Going on, guys? This mic working? It's been a while. I was up in the air on whether I was gonna stream again today, but then I looked at my revenue and stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, I gotta like start streaming and stuff, or I'm gonna go bankrupt. Oh, crazy. RPM rate, awesome. So I'm gonna try to take it slow. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Like my chest is like super tight right now. I checked my heart rate and everything's normal. It's only like 68, normal, nice, relaxed. But like I was like, am I gonna live stream? Should I live stream? And as I thought about it, I just like got more and more tense. It's like I'm worried I'm gonna hit that massive panic attack I had a few weeks ago. It's pretty crazy. I don't know what's going on, but it's insane. But we figured, you know what, we're gonna try and hit a stream and we'll just see kind of how this goes. You know, take some breaks, make sure we breathe and stuff. You know, I tend to hold my breath a lot when I talk, so that could be another thing, is maybe I'm just not breathing when I talk. It is pretty crazy. But yeah, Panda was here last weekend. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. I wish he could have stayed longer. I wish we would have had more time and everything. We were gonna live stream and stuff, but then it just started, you know, kind of getting too late. So that kind of sucked. Did I see someone here mentioned we had pretty close to matching socks? So that's hilarious. We did. It was pretty close to almost the same socks. That's pretty insane. But let's scroll up here and kind of get a roll call here. I do see the Pirate and
Mr. Nuclear Power Plant Rud Putts in the house.
Red Putts. What's going on? J Mining, the Pirate. Oh, I see a green name. We still have some members of the channel, so that's awesome. Red Jasper Kane, what is going on? Much appreciated, 100%. You know, there's a lot. People aren't too interested in the whole crypto markets these days anymore, with profitability being pretty much non-existent. We got Dom G. What is going on? Is there supposed to be an R in there? Tavis? Is it Tavis? Is that how you say it? Tavis Cunnings? Scafer, what's going on? Squirrel Master, what is going down? Oh, where's my button? Budweiser. Nailed it. Kind of, maybe. We'll see what happens. We got Tony Magna there. Slothman, Yusuf Putts, what is happening? Scrolling. Gaming with Smokey Dan, what is going down? Patrick Murphy. Raptorium, what is going on, Raptorium? How's everything going over in the Raptorium department? How's everybody doing over there? We're all going to be rich really soon, right? Am I right or what? Come on. We're going to hit some run here. It's going to be insane. Travelers Travels, what is going down? Alvakis, Jokabakis, what is happening? Slothman, that's how I feel, like a sloth right now, kind of, in a way. Mick Wilshire Baggins. What? Mick Wilshire Baggins. Nice. What is happening? Phantom Soul, what's going down here? What do we got? Feeling Blessed, Travelers Travels, Geeks, Snarks Domain is in the house, All Track, Mental Mining UK, what is happening? Oh, it just jumped on me. I think I got most of you. Hopefully, I did. RTM is tickety boo. Jason Rody, what's going on? Over in the Twitch there, we do have Rio6969. We got Scafer rocking it out over there. Nice. What do we have here? Squirrel Master, Saturday. It's been a great couple of weeks ago. Got bumped up to 80%. 80% on what? What are you talking about, Squirrel Master? 80% on what? What's happening? Still mining Raptorium here. Nice. Tony Magna still mining the RTM. A lot of people still are. It's been hanging out at that 18 to 20 mega hash for a long time. Let's take a look here. Let's see what the old RTM hash rate's currently at. So network hash rate is about 17.7. So yeah, it's you know, I guess 17 to 20, 22 for like the past 4 years. Obviously, when it went, what we hit 7 cents there, this thing's skyrocketed to massive hash rate. But for the most part, it's been nice, steady, solid hash rate on Raptorium for the past like 3-4 years straight. So that's, you know, that's a good sign. It's a nice sign that, you know, people are still obviously supporting it and everything. And one day here, we're going to do some great stuff. Rio there in the Twitch there, still on RTM. Nice. Awesome. Got 100 viewers, 25 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Let's do this. Now, hashrate.no, I'm sure all you guys are aware about this. You know, I'm behind on the times here, but it has an update or something. And I haven't really checked it out too much yet. So I figured, you know what, let's check it out right now. GPUs. They changed some stuff. Okay. All right. So it's a little bit of a different layout here. I see here. We got ads for Amazon. Is it 4090? What's the power? Where do you put in your power price now? Where's my power price? I don't know how to run this. Are we on free power? No, we're using power. I don't know. Where do we put in our power price? Wow, I can't even figure this out anymore. Hosting, CPU, we're on GPUs, estimates. We gotta go all the way down to put in our parameters. No, okay, interesting. Oh, it's probably in settings. You know, the little gear shifter up here. Oh, there we go. There's our power cost. I'm just gonna slap in 12 cents right there, USD. Now let's see. We got a 4080 Grin. Really? 32 cents on a 4080? That's what's happening? Is that a thing? Is Grin like what's happening with Grin? Is Grin making profit right now? Hold on. What's going on here? What's going on? Where's Grin? Do we got like profits happening? Grin? No, we're up 31%. Cockatoo. Did it just fork? Is there a fresh fork or something going on here? It's been saying that. Oh, it's been saying. But look at the hash rate and Cockatoo 32. Oh, I'm thinking Atari that's supposed to be doing something weird with 29. Isn't this ASIC? I thought Grin was ASIC. I might be all messed up here, but what's going on here? There's like something just happened. Did something happen on this network? Oh wait, no, it's a new pool just came on here. There's been hash rate here. I don't know. Maybe it's broken. Is this broken? GPU on Atari still good or not? CPUs aren't good. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but I don't know what's going on here. So anyway, let's, maybe it's just the same old hash rate and it's wrong. Possibly. Well, sometimes it's right. I like the symbols. The symbols are better. Look, we got Meow Coin here. We can see the symbols of the coins better. All right, so there's the GPU side. Let's take a look at the CPU side. What does it say for CPUs? Did they update stuff? As we know previously, did they update any numbers? Because I'm just going to go straight to the 7950 and we can see if they updated and fixed it. And no, absolutely not. Do you guys see what I'm seeing here? So we got a 7950X 3D ROI of 1200 days. A 7950X over doubled the ROI here by almost triple, 3400 days. Look at the profit on a 7950X 3D, 54 cents, where a 7950X is 20 cents. So obvious these should be like the same. And in theory, the ROI should be lower on the 7950X because it's cheaper. So yeah, they still didn't update. And what I'm guessing here is the hash rates and the power consumptions are not right. So I'm just gonna, I can't even open in a new window here. Won't let me open in a new window. All right, I guess we'll just click on it. What's it telling us here? Is that what? Okay, yeah, it's telling us Atari here. So 120 watts for 22.5 kilohash. And 230 watts for 20 watts. So it's giving us less hash rate at way more power on the 7950Xs. So not fixed. Broken. 230 watts. Who's running a 7950X at 230 watts? Maybe someone is. Default settings. Maybe you don't tweak it. You just plug it in, turn it on, and go. Maybe you're getting these numbers, but you should be, the same hash rate as the X3D, especially on Random X, and you're only at about 170 watts. You can get it even down to maybe 160, 165. So, yeah, the power is, yeah. So that's not fixed, and I haven't really been paying attention to the other side of things here, so I don't know what the heck is the AE2. Was this a new announcement I have no idea about? I'm coming into here now. Let's take a look at this. AE2. When did this get announced? AE2, AE3. Like the AE3, I remember that one coming up, but now there's an AE2. They dropped the number for the better miner. What is going on, Ice River? You're doing some funky things here. Where's Ice River? Hold on. Ice River. A Leo. They don't even have what? Did Ice River ever put out? Okay, hold on. Twitter. Ice River. A1 Light. Okay. See, Ice River didn't even officially announce any of these either. And I remember when the rumors dropped on, like, where was it? Do I have it on here? Yeah, so Ice River AE3, huge letdown where, I'm pointing out where they're pulling a gold shell move where they're not really much more efficient than what they were previously doing. They're just adding more chips of the same chips, not more efficient chips, into a box and calling it a better miner. And I messaged them and I asked them about the AE3. Is this official? Is it released? Because right now it's just leaks based on mining now and, some other people on websites saying so. But they said, we have not officially announced anything, and they still have not to do that. They didn't even in the background confirm this miner to me yet, and now we have this miner here. So I have no idea what is happening with these two miners right here, but mining now has. I'm not saying that they're not coming. I expect them to definitely be coming, but I don't know why they, I think mining now needs a section for future miners and current miners. That way we don't have all this stupid stuff that's not released yet in here, so we can see what the profitability is on current miners. Does that make sense? I think that should be a feature they should add here. Like same with the X44P, that's not released yet. Who knows when? But yeah, but for the most part, ASIC side is all the unreleased stuff is kind of profitable, and anything released right now doesn't look like it's very profitable. That's usually how it goes with ASICs, though, isn't it? AlphaPex DG2. Is this the new one? They're supposed to be releasing a new miner as well. Is this it, or is there another one that's supposed to be releasing? But I do know AlphaPex is DG2 Plus. Maybe that's it. Maybe this is the new miner they're releasing. I don't know. I have no idea. Craziness. Absolutely crazy. What's going on in the live chat? What are you guys talking about? Ice River announced the AE3 on Ice. No, they didn't. Patrick Murphy. Ice River EU is not really Ice River. That is that fake company that keeps declaring that they're just a reseller and they're just going with all the other announcement. IceRiver.io is the official Ice River. IceRiver.eu has nothing to do with Ice River whatsoever other than they stole their name. They're not real. So don't listen to them. They're just basing it off the same as everybody else, that, this miner is coming, but they are not Ice River in any way, shape, or form. And I don't believe they still have not changed their name. That is crazy. And I mentioned this in a video before, and then they emailed me, say they were going to get their legal team at me for taking away their business or something. I'm like, what? You guys are not Ice River. How is that wrong? That's the truth. You're not Ice River. So whatever. Anyway. Okay, Rabid, you on Cubic or Tari? I'm not on anything right now. I still have to move my rigs. As you know, I've been trying to move stuff around. My rigs are still in the basement here. I got to get everything out to the garage, run the power, get some internet and stuff out there, obviously, and then turn stuff back on. So I'm not 100% sure how things are even working here. But let's have a look at Tari and stuff and see, how is it going so far. So let's just see. Coming in Atari here. I don't remember which is which, so I'm just going to come in and go to, what am I going to go to? Blah, blah, blah. Atari Explorer. Atari Block Explorer. All right, so we got 4 gigahash on random X. So let's just find the random X one. 4. So it dropped a little bit since last time I touched my sheet. We got, let's just go, where is that? And, whoa, on just straight Tari, it's only 833 mega hash. That dropped 833. So we're going to put a 0, get rid of that. 833. 833. Boom. And now we're going to have to look up some Monero action. Monero is sitting at 5.18. It went down a little bit. And then we got, what do we got here? We need some prices. $306. 306. So yeah, who thinks Monero peaked? Because I sure did. And I remember I was pointing out posts on Twitter about this. I can't remember when I dumped mine finally. It was like $406 or something. Maybe it hit 450 or something. But once it pushes past 400, I think we were getting close to that peak there. And, a lot of people were hating on me for saying, no, it's going way higher, blah, blah, blah. And, it hasn't done anything except go down. It's an altcoin. I think it peaked. And obviously, there's still people saying it's going to go to $500, $1,000. Ignore those guys. Ignore them. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just trying to find some more liquidity for their own bag, most likely. But coming into here, so we got 306. Is that what I was just seeing? Yeah, 306. Now price Atari. What is the price Atari right now? We have 1 cent. Wow. Down to 1 cent. 1029. 1029. 1029. 1029. Alrighty, so this is based on my guesstimate of my entire farm. So let's just go with 22 kilohash for a 7950X, 7950X 3D estimates here. All right, so we got 67 cents is what Tari alone would be making right now. Merge mining with Monero, you're at about 70 cents right now. You are getting a little bit more because this is split between the 25%, instead of having right now, because currently right now it's at 33%. So 33% is going to Tari only, 33% to the merge, and 33% to the FPGA GPU here. I don't think the fork went through yet, but once it does, which is what my sheet is based off of, this, then it's going to be 25% on each one. So the rewards are going to get a little bit lower on each one as well. But my sheet is set up for when it does drop. So this is what it'll be once everything happens. As for GPUs, is it any good? I don't know. What's the hash rate on a GPU? Give me a hash rate for a GPU right now. What's Atari? It's not on Kuckaroo yet, but it will be Kuckaroo 29 when it does its thing. But so right now it's on SHA-3X. What is SHA-3X hash rate for, a 3070 or whatever GPU you guys have, so we can kind of try to figure this out. Rabid, you talk Panda into switching GPUs to CPUs. Not really. It wasn't just me, but maybe a little bit. But for the most part, he has super good internet now. So Panda is dipping into the AI world. And I was supposed to send my 3090 with one of my 7950Xs with him for that, so he could host an AI rig for me, so I could check it out and actually be able to get into that stuff. And I forgot. He left and I remembered, oh no, I was supposed to send one of my actual rigs with him, and I didn't. So that sucks. 57 is 642 mega hash. Okay, a 5070 is 642. So let's just go into here and I'm just going to put 642 mega hash. 642 mega hash. I'm going to adjust this to the current price of 1021, and now I got to figure out the actual network hash rate in mega hash. So we're going to go to SHA-3X, 109.5 terahash. So we're going to go into here, 109.5 terahash, 109.5 terahash, and here's the mega hash here. Oh geez, actually I can just copy this number here, right click, copy. And I'll come into here and we're going to put this in mega hash. Boom. Bam. So it looks like about 14 cents. A little more. Maybe you're getting 16 or 17 cents based on that. 14.6 coins. You might be getting about 16, 17 coins maybe. Because remember, you're getting a little bit more than what this is saying. But for the most part, a 5070 is doing about 15 cents before power costs. Rabid, you see my Zephyr showed up all of a sudden? Yeah, I saw that message from you. I seen that it happened. I also saw your other message regarding ZX Exchange. This guy right here. And sad times ahead for ZX. Is anything on this exchange right now, as you can see right here, due to the hack in February and other recent issues, ZX is shutting down and filing for insolvency, which means everything is lost on this exchange. And as always says, never mind to an exchange, never hold your coins there. You can see I have a little over 1,000 Warthog, $202 is here, and that's pretty much gone. I could have paid a bill or something with that. If I was just gonna throw up my Warthog, I could have just sold it and paid off a bill or something, but it's just gone. It's tickling away here, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's gone. That's what happens when these exchanges dump. They're just see you later. So, ZX is gone. It's see you later. Not happening. No longer a thing. Shoot 1,000 by $1,000, Yusuf? Oh no. That is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Max Voltage, what is going on? If you want help setting up an AI rig, let me know. I'd be happy to help. Well, it's not necessarily the help setting up a rig. It's the part about I don't have the internet to be able to do it. My internet sucks. Like, what is that? Not non-santo and not fast. I don't even know how to say it. But you need like what, 50 meg upload speeds? Like I have my best internet is like when it's having a good day, it's like 69 megabytes down and 8 megabytes up. And some of these platforms require 10 megabytes to 20 megabytes up per rig. And, I don't have that. I can't do that. So I just don't have the internet to support a lot of that AI stuff. I can do some small things like maybe, some salad and things like that, which isn't really AI. But yeah, a lot of those platforms that people are using these days, I can't use because my internet sucks. So yeah, that's why I haven't really been doing any type of content on things like, what's Vasta? I think Vasta you need like 15 or 20 even. So like I can't run any of that stuff. So I haven't really recorded anything because I can't use it. Like, well, here you go, awesome. Oh crap, but I'm not getting rented. Sorry. I had 1 year mining Zeph. It was free power. Free power, nice. Host AI rig with Panda on his fiber. Yeah, Squirrel Master, that was the plan. He said send it to him, so I could still send him some rigs. But he was here, so obviously shipping is gonna cost money. But profit is profit if that's where the money is. But yeah, I might ship Panda some of my rigs now because we totally forgot to give it to him when he left, before he left there. But yeah, he has obviously the super internet now, so get that going. Do you have what happened to Asterix? What was Asterix? I remember that coin. I don't know what the heck it was. They don't even have Asterix. Which one was Asterix? Asterix hash. Like, something just happened, huh? It obviously looks like a rug pull. Looks like a rug. Look at this. Hash rate dump. Price dump. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say for sure, but this is definitely looking like it was a rugged. The prices went to nothing like instantly. But yeah, I forgot about this coin. I don't even know if I have some. I can't remember why I remember this coin. How old is this coin? I don't know. Craziness. Crazy stuff all over the place. What else did I want to look at? There's something else here. Actually, I think I went through everything. I don't really have anything on the agenda. What do you guys want to talk about? What's happening? I think Monero peaked. I sold all of it at 411. Scafer nailed it at 411. Nice. That's a nice thing or dealio you hit there. Let's take a look at Monero. Go to the all. All right, so these are the all. So yeah, what was it? 2017 it was 470, so nice. 2021 here, it peaked in at 417, and then here, well, this says 3 something, but you said you sold a 470, so about the same as last cycle. So I definitely feel that is the peak for Monero. This is the same 402, but yeah, you got in. Depending on the exchange, you might have been able to get a little higher, depending on it. But yeah, I definitely think that's the peak here for Monero. It's not going to do anything except slowly go into this stage again for another 4 years. It's over and done with. That's the way the altcoins work. That's just the way she goes. Now we're just waiting for the other coins to do something. Like, come on, we need our... I want to say we still need our Doge to run, but I think Doge did its run also. I talked about that in the past too. And you got to remember, like anywhere leading up to the peak run here, 2025, like coins peak towards the end of the following year. So 2024 coming up to next cycle peak, 2029, some coins are possibly going to peak end of 2028. And I think Doge did that for us here in 2024. We can see December. Look at the run, like to a T. This sucks. Maybe this was just a huge Bitmain pump because it was right in this area where the L9's released. And then all of a sudden, kaboom, and then drop. We also had, I think this is when all that Doge talk was going on with Trump and everything. I don't really remember. But yeah, I think Doge peaked, and that sucks. We missed the boat, guys. We should have seen it coming. This is a solid 2-month pump or something. Like, look at this. When did it start? 10th month. All the way to 12. So 2 months of pumping, maybe a month and a half. What day was that? Halfway through. Yeah, about to start. So yeah, we had a solid 2-month pump on Doge. and we missed it. It was right in front of our eyes. And I've been saying this for, the last 3 years. If we see our coins pumping for 2 weeks plus, most likely it's going to a high. And this was a solid 2-month pump, and we freaking missed it. So just be ready for the next ones. Ergo, something. These things got to happen. I think Ergo should hopefully, I don't think I have that much Ergo from previously, but, hopefully, I don't really remember what I got, but it hasn't done anything yet, and we need one of these to happen. So hopefully later on, Ergo will do its thing. $18 Ergo, awesome. I'm happy with $12 Ergo. You guys happy with $12 Ergo? Screw the all-time high. As long as we get like halfway or a little above that, I'm good. I'm happy with that. But we'll see what happens. What else we got here? How's the markets doing in general? What is this? Oh, I'm not on my watch list. I was like, I never heard of it. What's Pudgy Penguins? Pudgy Penguins is up 24% and 20. Here's one of those stupid meme coins. Anyway, let's go to the watch list. All right, Nacho the cat. Oh, Octa.Space, nice, good to see. Wow, I'm pumped up. Because Octa.Space is up 10%. It's at 35 cents. This thing was almost at $2 there not too long ago. Where is this? What was this? 222. So we got a peak of 222 in, oh my gosh, the 7th of 2024. Hopefully this wasn't the peak, but you know what? Never know. We never know. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We $20 Octa. Let's go. I'm sure a lot of you guys will have a smile on your face with $20 Octa. Would you not? Come on. Tell me the truth. Ergo's up, so Ergo's there. Zealous, nice. I don't have much Zealous. Zealous is a coin I wish I mined a lot more of. I don't know. Hopefully Zealous does good. I know a lot of people love Zealous. Do you guys love Zealous? I like Zealous. I really do. It reminds me a lot of Duro. And the fact that CPUs and GPUs are pretty close together it's okay. It's kind of rough because that's a lot of hash rate that can go into the algorithm or the coin because you have both counterparts of hardware on it. But it is kind of cool that both of them are at least kind of close in terms of efficiency. So, that's one thing Zealous is doing that's pretty different, allowing anybody to pretty much mine it. And, I have high hopes for it. Let's just hope it does something. Kaspa. Oh, my gosh. I don't even know what to say about this. I'm losing money on this coin constantly running that friggin' KS5L, which I got to turn that thing off. It's not ROI'd. I still owe money on it, and I don't know. It's losing me. I should just buy the Kaspa every month, or I should just make the payments of the power that it would have taken towards that miner every month. I think I'd end up better off than continue to mine at a loss on this thing. Continuing on, we got Neoxa here. I haven't heard much about that lately. Hopefully it does something good. I know some people got in. That one is pretty cheap. Nodes and stuff. Litecoin, Litecoin's awesome. Litecoin's one of my favorite coins. It is I'm surprised it's not a lot higher. So much money flows in and out through crypto through Litecoin. It is like the top money mover, I feel. You're moving coins between exchanges, to different wallets. A lot of people swap their coins to Litecoin, make that move, and then, swap with the other thing. So that makes sense, where it makes sense to go up and down a lot because of that. You're buying into it and then selling it, buying it and selling it. But yeah, I don't know. Crazy. I love Litecoin though. Turbo, I don't know why I've been watching that, but I probably got some bag of it somewhere. Flux, come on, Flux, do something. 19 cents. I know this has huge hopes. Didn't they just release some new type of exchange or something? I gotta look into that. But yeah, come on, what are we at here? 277. Now we're at 19 cents. Remember, Flux was a late bloomer. This happened January, so after Bitcoin. This peaked in January of 2022. Not in 2021. So maybe it'll just be a late bloomer again, or maybe sometime towards the end of this year it'll happen. But if we could see 277, $3, heck, even $1.50, $2 from the current state of 19 cents, that's huge profits that could be made off Flux. But will it happen? That's the question. Is that going to happen? We have no idea. Such a gamble. Got Render, Dogecoin, ETH-POW, I don't know. Don't know about any of these. Epic Cash, hopefully something. Aleo. We need a Bitmain pump happening on Aleo. Bitmain needs to say, all right, we got this super miner about to release. Aleo goes to about $10. And, Done. Gone. Done with a Leo. Oh, craziness. Hey, get in. There we go. I was blank. All Kaspa is good for trading the volatility. You know, that's true. I'm not a trader, so I don't know how that works. But yeah, definitely, you know, sell high, buy low is the plan. Does it ever work that way? Most likely it doesn't for most of us because we totally time it wrong. Virus was 100. Yeah, Virus 100% CPU. Did something change? They had a halving. I can't remember. If something was gonna happen for Virus. I can't remember what it was. Unless it's still the same as it always was. I don't remember. But I do know they had a halving event, and that definitely dropped a lot of profits there. Rinse and repeat. Never buy 7 cents, sell 11 cents. Yeah, do that. Well, for sure, Patrick Murphy. That's the way to do it. Will we see 11 cents again? Hopefully. Do you think Alephium peaked for this bull run? I sold the top and I'm contemplating getting back in. You know what? I'm not a trader. I have no idea, not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Let's have a look at Alephium here. Because what was that? February of 2024. This is a tough one. So you sold right in this area here, like long time ago? 32 cents. Yeah, you know, I don't know. It seems it's like, I don't know. Because Dragon Ball is with Alephium. It seems like anywhere Dragon Ball is, the coin sucks. And, you know, they destroyed Radiant. Oh, sorry, I got some hiccups. So, like, Dragon Ball destroyed Radiant. Probably destroying Alephium. You know how the hash rate went up? They're not like Bitmain and Ice River, you know, where they test their miners for a week or two and then they release them, you know? Dragon Ball, like, did it for months and months. And it's like they sold their old asics for their new asics. Like, they destroyed these coins and they're all in on it. And the devs were with them and destroyed their own coins. So Alephium, I don't know if it's good. I hope it comes back, but Dragon Ball is on this. So I feel it's not as, it lost quality, I guess, because of Dragon Ball. But, you know, Bitmain and everyone else is in on it too. And, you know, the dev team seems active and stuff. So there's a chance here, but, you know, I don't know. I don't really care. I just follow the mining of current profits. I don't know if anything's going to happen or not. How's Radiant doing now that we're talking about Dragon Ball and stuff? Yeah, like, this is this whole chart. 2023 is at 0.5 cent. And nothing. That sucks. You know, hope. I don't know. It seems like every time I was about to get life, Dragon Ball probably sold and then just destroyed it. I don't know. Those are two tough ones. I have no idea. Like, in theory, based on pumping and stuff like that, either of them have not seen their time this cycle yet. But it doesn't mean it's going to get it. You know, it might. If it does, awesome. But there is also a chance that it's not even going to get its time this cycle. And you got to be kind of wary of that. Not every altcoin is going to see the altcoin season. And we're kind of up in the air on, you know, how many more coins are really going to see it, because things are pretty rough this cycle, unlike last cycle. Rabid, how much did you lose at the ZX rug? Well, about 200, a little over $200, I guess. Most of it is all wart. I still have it up here, I think. Yeah, right here. So 202 plus $1.98. So $204, $205. Like, nothing major, but obviously, you know, it sucks. You know, I could have paid off, you know, half my power bill or some of it, because, well, maybe all my power bill, because I haven't had anything running right now off this. So, you know, throwing it out just kind of sucks, you know, if I could have just used it on something. But yeah. You got all your warp back off ZX and took all my other coins out on was lucky. Yeah, nice. See, I should have done that. I remember when they finally opened withdrawals again a few months back. I should have done that. I should have just, you know, but, you know, I just assumed, nope, not happening. You know, I should be okay, but never assume that. It's an exchange. Don't do it. Always put it in your own wallets. Oh yeah, speaking of, look at, yeah, Pat and I have are they the same socks? I gotta ask him what they are and where he got them. Look at that. You guys see that? I think we do have the exact same socks. Oh man, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Like that's even more proof that I possibly just hired a foot model to play Panda because we're the same person, right? Like it even used my wardrobe. Can't even hide that. So like even though he was here, it doesn't confirm anything that we're separate people. We are still the same person. Oh man, oh man. It'd be major if Ward hit. Oh man, imagine. Oh, I would be so. Yeah, Ryan, don't hurry. Don't even say talk like that. Well, that'd be good for you guys. That'd be awesome. But yeah, if Warthog did something amazing like that, and I had 1,000 coins lost that could be worth that much. Wow, that'd suck. You know, hopefully, you could cut me something. Oh man, what do we got going on the Twitch there? Still an RPM there. I think Monero peaked. Yeah, RTM is gonna do anything. I have a boatload of it. Skipper has a boatload. Fudwisers on the Twitch stairs. Well, RTM, a lot going on with them. Skipper, do you have enough RTM for a node? I do, and I've been running a node for a couple of years. Nice. Black Ghost Devil. Yeah, from what's a yellow name on Twitch there mean? But yeah, from that ZX sucks. Got also some small amount for it for liquidity mining. Oh, they do liquidity stuff on there too. About $100 in value loss. See, that still sucks though. Thankfully, I only lost $7. You're lucky, Scaper. Only $7 lost in ZX. Other people lost a lot more. Rabid offer still stands 6,000 Kaspa for Panda photo. Oh man, that's crazy. I don't have a photo. We didn't take pictures of each other. You should read among the lines. The crypto on exchanges doesn't. No, that's very true. There's no in between lines because it always goes back to what is it? I don't even remember what it is. I don't even remember the saying anymore. I can't think. That's how shot my brain is lately. Was it not your something, not your crypto, not your keys? That's what it is. So yeah, like you're sending. If it's not in your own wallet where you hold the seed phrase and private keys and things like that, it's not yours. If you're sending it to anywhere else where someone else owns or has those credentials, it's theirs. So as soon as you send it to an exchange, in theory, it is no longer your crypto. Sure, it's sent to your account, your stuff, but they could take it at any time. So, you got to be really careful. Obviously, the same thing falls in the banks, put money in the bank, something could happen at any time, but all that regulated stuff, insurance, whatever else. But yeah, you always got to be careful. 100% keep your coins within your own wallets. What happened to FDIC? I don't even know what that is. What is FDIC? Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. What is it? FDIC. I don't even see anything on here about that. What do we got for new coins? New coins. We got Vulcan. You guys remember that? I think that one rugged. Vulcan rugged. Tesla chain. Don't know what that is. It's ETH hash. 15 days. What do we got? Verbicoin. Verbicoin. No idea what that is. Let's just click on that. ETH hash. It's another ETH hash coin. Top pool is a solo pool. No exchange listed yet. Here we go. We got a new spec coin emerge. ETH hash. Yeah, I don't know. Only covers fiat. FDIC only covers fiat. Oh, okay. I didn't know what that. Oh, it's USA protection. Oh, gotcha. Okay, I don't know nothing about any of that stuff. I'm from Canada. Rabid, can you remind us that exchanges are for trading only? Trades then pull back to wallets. Yeah, 100%. Use like in that video I just released right here. Goodbye ZX. Be careful. Coins are gone. Use an exchange for its intended purpose. It's not a bank. It's not a place to hold and store and mine to your coins. Use it for its intended purpose. Send your coins there if you're doing a swap or a trade or whatever, and then remove them ASAP back into your own wallets for you to hold them at your own, to do whatever you want. Then you don't have to worry about anything. Obviously, you have backups and everything. So if your computer fries or something, you can still get it somewhere else. But, use your own wallets. Zephyr, $1,000 a Zephyr. Ouch. Federal Department of Incomplete. Oh man, that's insane. That's crazy stuff. Alvarez to get his attention. I would have got. Did you hear about Ryzen 10,000 CPUs hitting 7 gigahertz with 2 nanometers and 24 cores, shipping 3 nanometers? No, I did not. So 7 gigahertz, obviously that's on an overclocking thing, or is that going to be their base clock? Is that like the next gen they're talking about? 10,000. So is that still on AM5? I heard, like, are they actually going to do the 24 core thing? Oh, they're skipping 3 nanometer entirely. Is that AM6? Or is that going to be the AM5? Layla Mining, when 100K subs? I don't know. When, guys? Guys, you guys got to send my freaking... You guys got to share my videos and stuff everywhere. Get more people involved. We need more subscribers. Because we are only like... We're like 8,000 something away from 100K. And then Layla Mining is giving away like 10 Bitcoin or something at 100K. So it's going to be insane. I'm just kidding. No, they're not doing that. But... oh, man. That'd be insane. Layla flopping. Just kidding. That's not happening. There's no 10 Bitcoin giveaway. That was a joke. Not happening. Don't go tell nobody that. Oh, man. It should have 3 CCXDs. Crazy. So, I'm pretty pumped for that then. Yes, next gen. AM5, they're going to do that on AM5. So 24 core consumer grade. I wonder what the price is going to be on that though. But that is exciting. Are they just going to have the higher boost clock, or is it going to be the same base clock? I wonder. So that's going to be the interesting part. But the 24 core consumer grade is pretty exciting. I think that's pretty sweet. You don't have protection. Oh, yeah, there's Canadian banks have protection for sure. I just don't know what their things are called or how they work or anything. Too late, too many witnesses, so await the Bitcoin. Oh man, there it is. If you reach 1 million subs, let's do it. If you reach 1 million, what's Layla talking about? If we reach 1 million, 10 bit. Oh my gosh, is that actually confirmed? That's never gonna happen. Like that's double what Bosscoin has, and that's crazy. We'll never say never. We're going to explode, actually. Let's do this. Let's get 1 million, guys. We need to push hard for Rabid to hit 1 million subscribers. Oh, man. That'd be an insane giveaway. You imagine? CDIC, Rabid should know. FDIC is... well, Canadian money isn't real, so you don't have to protect it. Oh man, so long as Threadrippers exist, they won't go beyond 16 cores on Ryzen. No, they've been talking about the 24 for a while, so it's going to be interesting. I remember the 7000 series before AM5 when it first released. There were rumors of the 24 core version, and then they scrapped that, and now they're doing it again. But I do think the consumer grade 24 core is coming. Just what's the price going to be? Extra, I think what is it Usually an extra $200, right? From the 12 core to 16 core is an extra like $250. So if they tack on another $250, maybe they're just gonna. I wonder if they're gonna follow that same standard. They're gonna put like a big hefty price tag on it. That's gonna be the interesting part. What do we got? I'll send you my 300 subs over. Do it. That's a start. We need more. Oh man, crazy times. What else? Do we have any last minute questions or anything, guys? Duke Nukem, I'd rather have a full 16 core X3D chip than more cores without X3D. That's the other thing we got to keep in mind as well. If they're adding in, all those cores, are they going to be adding in more, L3? In theory, they should. So we're going to need a lot more L3 going on here. And, I expect once they get that done, they'll probably add a 24 core X3D version in with even more L3. So, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be very interesting to see actually how this all plays out. But, I am pretty excited. 24 cores in a consumer grade CPU. That's insane. That's awesome, though. We'll see what happens. Northern Crypto and Tech. What is happening? Just shows up right when we're about to wrap up this whole situation. RBD to the moon. What is that? I don't even know what that is. RBDs. Squirrel Master. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap this one up, though. Things have went by pretty smooth. We'll try to be back tomorrow for our AMA. Appreciate you all showing up for this live stream. Share and like. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching this later. I'll see you on the next one.
Rabid out.